overlay, and you can. And we're live.
We're live. Hello, people. Welcome to Three Old Dudes. And once again, I apologize for the lack of third old dude. He's on the way, apparently. Also, lack of guest. He's probably just drying his gonads at this very moment because he was in the shower. And we have a second guest who is at this very moment somewhere in Hull, looking at her new flat or getting the keys to such place, and may or may not join us. If there's anybody there watching at the moment, Frederick probably watching, and I have not yet popped out the
Chat.
Chat. That's the word. Yes, chat. Subscriptions. I was just buggering about with my overlay, as you do. That's why. That's why I didn't. Hello, Dean. Hello, Nicholas. Oh, Nicholas is there. Hello, Nicholas. Yes. As you can see, I've got a nice little, mauve overlay here. Robert just sort of instructed me how to do this. It's rather cool. I may do this for future overlays.
Yeah, you could draw. You could sort of paint a masterpiece with your mouse.
There we go. Paint a masterpiece with your mouse. Animal rights will be up in arms. Hey, Theodore. Nice. Where are you? Back to reality. Who's booping me now? Tomoko messaged me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Seen that. Let's all go. I'm multitasking here.
So am I. Where'd my mouse go?
You just dropped it in the paint.
Oh. I turned off shadows, and that makes the mouse somewhat hard to find. Oh no, I know what the problem is.
I'm glad you know what the problem is.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean. Hello, Sean.
I'm the problem.
We're being all japanophilistic and thespian today. When our guests arrive. I decided to go for a less sort of deep space backdrop this week. A slightly more classical one.
Oh, don't mind me.
I'm sure nobody does. Who is it? It is our good old friend Warren Saunders from Brighton, Caffeine Jedi's sort of right-hand man besides her husband, and and he is currently putting on his underpants and trousers. I should imagine, because he was having a shower. And I've had a shower in Caffeine Jedi's apartment. I know what it's like. It's very trendy and modern and open plan shower. Who? Well, you'll have to watch at least two previous shows from the vast number of shows we have done where he has appeared. If you go to Caffeine Jedi and watch them like couch potatoes reviewing Game of Thrones series XYZ, episode XYZ, or Samurai Jack, he appears on there on the couch next to her. But he's an actor.
Indeed. Captain Floppy Pants.
Well, probably. Yes, at a certain point during the show, I may disappear and go and eat something because I skipped lunch, which is not advisable.
You can always join via the phone.
No naked 3OD live hangout. No.
Right, not. Sometime, though, maybe we'll have to go to Switzerland and arrange naked hangout.
Yes, there we go. All on the bus going to Switzerland naked. Getting stopped at the border. Well, they won't mind as long as you've paid your Swiss motorway road tax that you have to pay. in order to drive through the country. I seem to remember. Oh, yes. Yes, Dean said he would be here. He's just having a delay. Right, I'm in 2 hangouts, it seems. Oh, there he is.
I vanished.
Good evening, Dean and
yeah, sorry, running a bit late.
That's all right.
I had to put a new battery in my hearing aid, and yeah, the right one always seems to go flat quicker than the left for some reason. Must be the way I'm holding my head. I don't know.
Lucas. Where's Lucas? I don't see Lucas anywhere. Theodore.
Lucas is never here anymore. He's always teaching or something.
Yeah.
Splitter. Hi, Nicholas. Hi, Sean. Hi, Frederick. Hi, Theodore. I have got it on my... I have that on my head. You know what that is? That's a little cover back of the battery. I wonder where it went.
Yes, insert batteries here.
Yeah.
You're like an action man. Do you have one of those strings in the back of your neck and you pull it? And
I do.
You say, take cover.
Strings on the front.
Lucas is always...
Oh, look, that's Mrs. Bennett. Oh. So, where's Robert here? What can I see, Robert?
Oh, yeah.
Robert's on Hangouts on acid. There we go.
Oh, okay. Holy shit. Flashback. Not that I've ever had that.
So you're feeling better now? You're no longer you ceased coughing, or has that gone?
No, I still have a bit of a cough. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit better. So I'm here.
And how are the 18 gears?
I don't know. I haven't been back until I go back to the truck driving lessons in 2 weeks. You've
not been practicing Euro Truck Driver on the PC just to sort of keep practice up.
Oh yeah, basically I've been sitting in my caravan and just going boom. Ending. I couldn't get in up there rather because it's a fair distance away, like it's 2 hours away.
Oh wow!
And I didn't get in until the 14th, and I'm doing 5 days in a row to try and get it all out of the way all at once. So we shall see what happens. Hopefully, I haven't forgotten too much. And see, the good thing about doing it the way I'm doing it is everything that's ticked off stays ticked off. You don't have to do it again. So everything that we passed, I've passed. So yeah, I don't have to do any of that. Don't have to attach the trailer to the prime mover or anything like that anymore.
You've got a gold star on you from the instructor.
Yeah, it puts it on my forehead too much, the same as the insert
sticker.
battery here. Yeah. Hi. So I'm spending the whole week up at Berry or Waikerie? Waikerie, which is 2 hours away from where I am, and we're taking this opportunity to spend a little time with my wife. And well, it was originally just going to be me and my wife, but it expanded, and we've got 2 of our grandchildren, Sky's 2 eldest, and Jessica, my daughter, is also coming along. So there won't be any sexy times happening up there. Not that there would have been anyway, but you know.
Dad, seriously?
What? Nobody's listening anyway, so.
Well, we'll never know.
They're probably all, you know.
Warren is asking, saying the link is asking him to sign into to Google. Presumably,
he has to be signed into his channel.
Yeah.
Hello to the sir passing in the back of Dean. Hello to the sir passing in the back of Dean's place. That's probably a little better. I prefer the first one, though.
Theodore says, tell her I said hi.
Hello to the Mrs. passing in the back of Dean's place. I will when she comes back in, if she comes back in. She probably won't. Coughing in the middle of summer? What? It's winter here, Frederick.
Yes.
I only get sick every once, or probably every few years, and it always lingers, much like a bad Irish limerick.
And Dean will now give us the bad Irish limerick.
I can't think of one. Sounded funny. Thanks, Simon.
People in the audience, give us a bad Irish limerick, please. That we can read out.
That's probably why. I just figured out I'm always turning, because the volume turns up on both of them at the same time. I'm always using the right one to turn up the volume, so maybe that's why it doesn't last as long as the left one.
Yes, the talking tree agrees with you.
Oh, shit. Robert the Ent.
Smoking Ent.
Yes, I will, Theodore. I'll tell her I said hi. Yes. Are you talking to me? Are you talking? I don't know. He was, wasn't he? Winter in Adelaide is 10 degrees warm. Well, I don't feel the cold that much, as you know. Mind you, I've never experienced extreme cold like in Canada or any part of Europe, so maybe I would hate it, but summer over here, I fucking despise it.
What are we talking about? Because in Japan, I always check the temperature in Japan, for example, it being more or less in your neck of the woods, and they're having at the moment 37 degrees here, 36 degrees there, with a real feel of like 43 degrees and all that. But I presume it's just genuinely in summer in Australia. It will be 43 degrees with a real feel like death.
It will feel, yeah, basically. But I mean, it's become. When I was a child, I don't know whether it's because I handled the heat better, probably, but it just feels like the summers have gotten more arid, more dry, more oppressive, rather. When I was a kid, it seemed to be a clearer sort of heat. If that makes sense. Probably not. Not that I'm a climate change fanatic or anything like that. I think climate change is real, but I don't think man is as much to blame as everyone thinks. But yeah, got no doubt that it's happening.
I'm just suggesting to Warren that he joins from Caffeine Jedi's computer.
Oh.
If she's not using it. Because he's having trouble.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's 10 degrees.
Oh, I've become a car.
And rain. Oh, nice.
Oh, now my keyboard.
Well, that was a Camaro, wasn't it?
No, it was a Plymouth Roadrunner.
Chaplain? A what? Cougar?
A Plymouth Roadrunner.
Cougar?
Actually, that's a
Plymouth
okay. EX.
What? I'll put it back on. Yeah, thank you. Now I see. It was a bit blurry before. Now it is not.
Yeah, the last year you could get the Hemi in there, the 426 Hemi. But
yeah. Wish I could. Let's
warm now.
What the fuckity fuck's happening there?
I have no idea.
How did that happen? There's a picture of a video of me on my phone that I can't remember taking. Okay. Odd. There's seeing that I'm shitty at screen sharing. Can you see that?
Ooh.
If anyone wants to buy me that, I will. Win the lottery. Buy me one. Thank you.
I somehow doubt that has much polling capacity due to its.
Couldn't care less. I just, I would use
he's just going to ride up and down the road in it, you know.
Yep. It's got a sleeping cabin. I would sleep in it. It would be my house. And no, well, they reckon that Peterbilts are the Rolls Royce of trucks, don't they? So, God, I'd love one. I would love one so much that if somebody got me one, I would
marry them.
I don't know. Well, I'm already married. I'd probably have sex with them or something. Or let them, I don't know, watch me masturbate. I don't know, whatever you want.
Well, I know we can go to if you really want to do that.
Yeah,
I know. There used to be a place like that in Adelaide.
Well, I meant online, but.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
I'll tell you later. Just let's see.
No, it's not a Citroen, Frederick. How much do you need to win? God,
yes, I mean, how much would it cost for that truck?
Yeah, probably for a fully modded one like that, you'd be looking at, you know, easily nearly $500,000 Australian dollars, I reckon. But oh, fuck me. Excuse me. Now my left hearing aid has died. At least they ran out at the same time this time. Excuse me. Yeah, probably, you know, 400,000 easily, at least. I can't hear a damn thing out of my left ear. That's okay, because my right ear's working. Yeah, there we go. So we were talking about thespians and.
Yes, I'm at the moment in communication with our thespian who's having trouble. I'm suggesting he uses his phone to get on because it's not letting him in on his computer.
Righty then.
So yes, unless he tells me that this is what he's been doing and it's not working. Okay, resend him the link. Okay, hang on. Bear with us, audience. This is what we do for our audience to get guests. Is we at the last minute desperately ask people.
Because you know, it's us guys, you know.
Yeah. We are trying to increase our guest base, as it were. It takes time.
It does.
And social skills that we have to work on.
You might have to go. I've got no social skills whatsoever. Well, that's not
and quite a bit of name dropping as well.
True. That's not how you spell that name.
It still requires a bloody code. Right. I'll try it there.
Oh, Jesus. This nose piercing is bloody itchy.
Oh.
So if you see me going like this, I'm not picking my nose or picking my nose. I'm scratching it.
And if you see me doing that, I am picking my nose. Just so you know. And if something good comes out, I'll show everybody. Get a good one.
Right, it's still struggling. I'm going to see if it can join as Caffeine Jedi.
Yeah, that might be what it takes. Let's see. Alphabetical order. I'm going to send you something, Dean.
So what now?
Ding. There's a problem uploading the file. File upload failed. Excuse me. Excuse me.
How can that be wrong?
Oh, she's using her laptop.
Hmm.
It still requires a code. What is this with this? Sometimes that happens with me when you send me that. Any ideas, Robert?
No. Okay.
Oh, is this asking Stephanie?
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Plug it in, plug it out. Take the batteries out and put them back in.
I'm about as technically minded as I can turn my computer on. Still haven't quite figured out how to turn it off.
Oh, the sun's coming out. My forehead is glowing.
Your what?
My forehead. My forehead is. There we go. That's a bit better.
Moment there.
I want to test something out here. Upload overlay. Okay.
Excuse us while we just fiddle about with our computers.
Talks amongst yourselves as you usually do. Just being nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that.
Normal service will resume shortly.
Is it a Peterbilt though, Frederick? That's the thing. Let's have a look.
Peterbilt 2CV. There we go.
Let's have it loads. No, nothing's loaded. It's just saying find your next truck. Truck sales. Yeah, I look at that quite often and think to myself, if I was 30.
Indeed.
But I am not. So, poo. What's that? Oh no, yuck. It's got no sleeper on it, Frederick. It has to have a sleeper. Kenworth's not bad. I'd take a Kenworth. Has to have a sleeper. So, and yeah.
Okay, I'm going to send the link to Caffeine Jedi. Okay.
Pierced and non-pierced people, yes. The only thing I've had pierced for quite a few years now is my ears, so new piercing. Before I had other things pierced too, but we won't get into that. Unless somebody really wants me to.
I don't know.
And that is really... Can you hear the rain? It's belting down out here.
No, I can just hear television going in the background. Do a rain impression.
Yeah, there's nothing sound on the TV. That's Injustice. He was playing Injustice 2.
Hi, Daniel. Hello, pieced and non-pieced people.
Oh, there he's out the back having a smoke. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, okay. You can't see the TV. You thought it's not the TV that's making the noise. It's honest. We'll see if I can see. It's just Injustice 2. Try not to turn it off this time while I'm mucking about with it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. No, there we go. Awesome. Yes.
Ah, here we go.
Like the stickers on the floor. The
I
kids
guess.
stuck stickers on the
Aha!
floor.
Hooray!
Oh, there he
Oh.
It's our very
Hey.
tech savvy and snot-filled friend, all the way from Brighton. Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, considerably
see-
better than with you. How's your back?
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of leaning. The other reason is because Stephanie is kind of dyeing my hair with chalk for Pride. So, you know, you got to get in on the fun. So.
Chalk? You dye your hair with
So
chalk?
yes, I'm here. Stephanie's here. How's it going?
Oh, it's rather good, actually. If a little warm. How is it in Brighton? Is it chilly? Is it normal?
It's nice. We've actually got some good sunshine out here for a change.
Right. And you said there's a Pride festival going on.
Yeah, it's Brighton Pride. Yes, the parade is going on.
And you're joining in.
We will eventually.
We do our sort of. We've seen it before. You know, it's not like a major thing for us now, but you know, you still take part.
You stand out front and watch them go past and that sort of thing. Or do you actually march along with them?
Silently judge them. We silently judge them. No, it's I don't know. No, I just because a lot. The thing is, a lot of people that come here aren't gay. A lot of them. So it's like the whole premise of Pride. You know, it's about being proud to be out and proud. Out and proud.
Yeah.
But a lot of people from London and that they just see it as an excuse as a piss up. And
yes, gay equals piss up. There we go.
yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, yeah, that is partly true. I mean, the gay culture is very, very, very promiscuous and
alcoholic.
Yeah, yeah, they like to party. Basically, it's a party town, though. What do you expect?
Oh yeah.
It's not misting.
What's not misting?
This thing.
Sorry, my spray is not misting. Apparently,
It's just splatting.
Splatting. Ah,
Sorry.
It's the wrong chalk. It's like you didn't check on the the ingredients. Non-gay.
So how long have you had this problem of thinking you're a chalkboard?
I don't know. It's been going on for quite some time now. Since this morning. It's a debilitating illness. One I hope to rectify very soon.
Yes. Yes.
Bloody painful. It's not as bad as my back, but yeah.
Because your hair is so short.
Yes, my hair is so fucking short.
There's these amazing things called wigs,
Yeah, it's balls hot for that, man. Jeez, it's not. It's seriously. I mean, I'm not going that extreme. I've worn wigs before. I've been in I've been on stage wearing a wig, and it's bad enough under the lights.
Yeah.
You feel like you're gonna melt. But no. This is just being different and.
We'll all be gay for a day.
Gay for a day. There you go. That's it. We're all gay for a day.
Back in the day, you were gay for more than a day. No, what?
Well, yeah. I mean, I tell you what, though. Yeah, as everyone knows, gay didn't always used to mean that.
No, that's true.
What a gay day was a happy occasion for us. Yeah. But then, in a way, we were happy to be gay. But, I don't know.
Here, Mom, can play that?
I don't care.
So, is this your outfit? Is this your outfit for the Pride? Yes, this just simple black T-shirt.
It's just a tight black T-shirt. They like it tight. They like tight black T-shirts, tight shorts.
This is what we're not seeing. We're not seeing your lower half.
He's just got underwear on.
Well, I've got my comic book underwear on at the moment, so.
As it says it's on his way.
As it says it's on his way, great. On that note, yes, we went to London Film and Comic Con, and
that's right. Yes.
Yeah, we had a blast. We had We met Kevin Smith
For 3 seconds.
for 3 seconds, but it was awesome
No.
3 seconds.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a legend.
Now,
He
now
is a legend.
tell me, were you James Bond or Napoleon Solo? Which were you, or neither?
I was neither.
You were Archer and Lana.
Who? Sorry.
Seen Archer? You must have seen Archer, surely. It's like a spoof. Catch it on Netflix.
Okay.
It's like a spoof of James Bond, a bit like Napoleon Solo as well. You know, the Man from U.N.C.L.E. type thing as well. But it's basically James Bond without a conscience. You know?
Oh, it's an animation. I remember. Yes.
It's cartoon.
Yeah, cartoon.
It's a brilliant cartoon, and
Right.
it's just hilarious. I mean, the last couple of seasons weren't great, but you know, I'd check it out. Seriously, I recommend it. I do recommend it. And
Yeah, I've heard of it.
yeah, no, we went dressed. We went dressed. I went and wore that bloody. The thing was, it was really hot. They had no air conditioning in that place.
Ah.
At first, yeah. I think they like to ramp it up a bit when there's more people, you know. But
I don't know if you noticed, but no more deodorant.
oh god, it was stunk. Really, really bad. Like halfway through the day, it was like Cheese City, you know. It was.
Oh, lovely.
Yum.
You can smell it. I'm describing it to you, and you can smell it. I'm telling you, it was that bad. It was just. It was worth it to queue up to see these wonderful people. We learned some things about the guys from Game of Thrones as well. That was pretty cool.
Oh,
We were
nice.
there for their chat.
Oh, you got.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name. The photo with
Yeah,
sorry, I
Joey
like this
and,
Yeah,
Yara and Euron.
Yeah, we
That's it.
I don't think we're talking about Euron yet, but the guy who plays him.
Yay.
Pilau.
Oh, he was awesome. We loved him.
Oh, I thought we got someone else has joined.
Yes, this is our japanophile. All the way from Sunny Hull. When she becomes audible.
Up north.
I like. All right, Chuck.
Hello,
She's-
everyone.
Hello.
Adjusting the echo in her flat.
As it's yours this year.
I need to put pants on a moment.
Well, it's only Azators, and it's a gay day, and it's Azators. You'll be all right.
What's name?
No, it's the Addison's the wife of his lady friend, I think so.
Lady friend's wife.
His wife.
Azators' voice has changed.
I don't see your underwear.
I'm putting on my pants. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a talk.
Hey.
Hello.
Sorry, I was putting
That was a
shock
quick
in his hair.
change. Say hello,
How are you?
Azators.
Sorry, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hello.
This is upside down.
Hey.
Upside down complex at the moment.
I don't want to be there. He doesn't cover in shock.
Oh, it's become very, very focal now. Yeah, oh, go. And there's Cashew as well. Hello, Cashew. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Star.
All right, well, let me start with the interview.
Oh, you haven't met him before, have you? That's why you're broofing. Oh, you're the girl.
Oh, surprise!
We can see.
Oh, there you are. There you are. I'll just ask you, is it working okay? And
I just been taking everything in and getting it all sorted.
oh, I like the necklace.
Good.
The necklace?
Thank you.
We
Run it,
don't care.
sort of.
Oh, it's not. It's not the.
Yellows, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the Illuminati with this like the eyes.
All right, so I think you guys will look at my we have happening.
So I shall just introduce you. This is Warren, who is no longer in his underpants, and this is Jinx, who is in her flat, probably with underpants. I'm not quite sure.
I'll pop upstairs.
Yes, underpants.
I'll just be there for a few more minutes. Sorry. Yeah, it's like the worst timing ever. Sorry.
They're just having a film meeting there in the background. That's it. Do you know Caffeine Jedi, Jinx? Have you heard of Caffeine Jedi?
I think I've seen
going
the
to the
name
bedroom.
come up, but I've never.
Okay, well, you need to click on you need to Google not Google, look on YouTube for Caffeine Jedi, and that will explain everything. Okay, but that's for later. Right.
Find my phone, and I need to sign in so I can actually see the chat, because I can't see the chat.
Right. I'm not even looking at the chat. Oh, sorry, people. Sorry, audience.
So I'm now in the comfort of the bedroom now, so it's
much more quiet.
Lack of annoying guests, and I think Cashew is probably trying to jump in with me.
Yes, there we go.
No way.
Is everybody there going to the Pride event, or is that just a sort of is that just a film meeting going on?
Oh no, that's not a film meeting. No, they're here for Pride. Oh,
all right. Okay.
Sorry, I'm finding it really hard to sit properly. Sciatica is a bitch. Yeah, I mean, going to that Comic-Con was epic. Kevin Smith was awesome. Pilar Azbek, who plays Euron, like the villain, the latest villain, such a nice guy. But he crazy, such a crazy ass man. I mean, he what you see on screen is him but without the niceties. So he's a lovely guy, but he's crazy. But if you were to the character doesn't do him justice as such. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a lovely guy. Really nice stories and that. When we got his autograph, and he was like, "Sorry guys, it's going to take a long time. This story." He was really enthusiastic, and it was nice because sometimes you meet famous people and they're dicks. You know? It's true.
William Shatner comes to mind for me.
William Shatner. Yeah.
I have heard this.
Oh fuck! We have myself and my youngest daughter and son. We had a photo, and met him briefly while we were having the photo. We've got I haven't got the photo here, otherwise I'd show you. But if you go on my Facebook wall, you'll invariably see one with Jason Momoa. Oh, we've had a couple with Jason Momoa, one with William Shatner.
Oh, naturally, Jason, yeah.
But William Shatner looks like he's just about to shit himself. You know, he's just sort of. And
he is getting on a bit, you know.
Well, Christopher Lloyd was pretty much like.
Yeah, I paid for the photo. He should have fucking smiled. He's an actor.
Yeah, at least that. He should have at least smiled for the photo. Unless he was being in character, I can't see any excuse for not smiling. I think some of these, like I said, some of these guys went out of their way to really make you feel, special. And they don't have they literally have 10, 15 seconds, or not even that, to take a photo.
So you're getting actor tips. This is how you behave once you become famous.
No, this is it was kind of like my special sort of reconnaissance, as it were.
Touting.
But
sorry.
Basically, I don't suffer fools gladly. But when I used to work at the Ritz Hotel, I used to see celebrities all the time. And when you were in that capacity, so not capacity, that vicinity, it's daunting to say the least. But when you don't get a chance to be starstruck, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to talk to them. It sucks. Although I did meet David Hasselhoff, and that guy's fucking huge. He was a lovely guy as well. Lovely guy. For all
And he
of
wasn't pissed. No.
a few seconds. No,
Well,
yeah, no.
bigger off.
He learned his lesson. And he's made good of it. I mean, look at the way he takes the piss out of himself all the time.
Yeah.
Everything he does now. I mean, he was in Baywatch, wasn't he? This recent film.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I've heard mixed feelings. But he's also in Killing the Hoff or something.
Oh.
With someone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a film called Killing the Hoff or something like that. I don't know if it's been just recently released or if it was just something that I illegally looked at on streaming. Shock horror. Yeah, I ain't paying those prices. But yeah, no. Like I said, just meeting him was a joy, and you don't realize how tall people are until you up close. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know. Yes, they're not that size when they're on the screen. You know, they're not like midgets or anything like that. But or borrowers.
Did you meet Peter Dinklage? No.
Oh, I would love to. I would love to him to have been there. That would be so cool.
My youngest son this morning, he's just started to get into Game of Thrones, so he got the first. He's probably watching it now. He got the first and second series on DVD from the library. He's going to binge watch it.
All right, all that matters. Yeah, no, it's a great series. It's a great series. Are you anybody up to date? Are they all, you know?
I've never even watched it, so I can't tell you. I'm sorry.
I've watched like one episode. Yeah.
One episode.
The first few series, first few seasons, there's a lot of boobs.
Boobs.
And butts.
Death and boobies. That's how it goes. Death and boobies. You know, it's like the music is. It looks like a 3D printer
pretty much.
thing. Yeah, but it's good fun. It's
There you go.
I would have loved to have been in that.
And Dave.
So,
Sorry,
Jinx,
go on.
Jinx, you want to go back to Japan, right? Sort of.
Yeah, I've been back for like 2 days, and I want to go back to Japan.
Show us some of your acquisitions. Do you have your acquisitions to hand? Sort of. Because
right now.
All right. Every day on Facebook, it was like, so this is what I bought today. This is what I bought today.
The cup.
Oh, that probably says tea in Japanese.
Yeah, it's currently full of green tea.
Cup of tea.
I sent you something on Facebook just now. If you're logged into the computer, that would be handy.
Who are you talking to, Robert?
Oh, to Dean.
All right. Okay. Oh dear.
Hire me.
I met Nico actually.
Oh yes, that's right. You said you were going to meet up with him. Yeah. Did you go and have? Did you go and have cakes?
We had about an hour to go grab a coffee.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's a busy guy.
He's crazy tall.
Yeah. Oh yes, he's quite tall. I remember that.
Yeah.
Look,
big
Well,
guy,
it's a
really,
good
really nice guy.
good contact to have as well. If you're going to be living there, you could. Yeah, he could sort out all your legal requirements for you.
I'm on my phone. Sorry, Robert. Yes, I'll open a tab. Whatever. Oh.
So you said you never went. Jinx, you said you never went to a Hanabi, but you did. You went. What was that then in Yokohama with the fireworks?
We went to the Yokohama Hanabi, but I didn't wear my yukata.
Ah, right.
I bought it afterwards. My yukata was so fucking cheap, so incredibly cheap. It was 2,000 yen.
Wow.
20 quid.
Wow.
20 quid.
I never get that when someone says 2,000. I was thinking 2,000. I think, Jesus Christ, how much? It was like dollars and that.
I was running around
because dollars are now virtually the same as the pound, though, aren't they? I mean,
That's right. Yeah.
so the whole
Yeah, they are.
issue, as it were. No, I've never been to Japan. I haven't been to the States even. So
Me neither.
No,
it's
I
definitely on my
went to
agenda.
Japan, just got back, but I've never been to America.
I'm just
I've
wondering.
heard mixed feelings.
I have not the money to go to both places, so if it's a toss up between America and Japan, I would generally choose Japan. I'm afraid.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
I mean, no offense to my American friends at all, but
He just
It's all right, I'll tell her later.
Boy, Laura.
well, she's international. She's international. Hello, Laura. Canada is way better. Yes.
Canada.
Canada. I don't know why, but every time I think I was saying that, I don't know why.
Yeah.
We actually met a really nice Canadian guy at a train station.
Well, they generally are really nice. Sort of even the
It's like very, very overly polite or something, isn't it?
How
Oh.
though? We were stood on the train, and I
you
noticed
sure you
how
weren't
loud he
Canadian?
was speaking, and I kept.
That sounds like an American. That sounds like an American. Maybe he was Canadian.
Canadian. He was from Vancouver.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I kept lowering my voice to try and get him to lower his voice, but he just couldn't hear me, and I had to keep repeating myself and getting louder again.
on a Japanese train.
Yeah, actually,
How gold
yeah,
blimey.
that's very American to do that. And I know 'cause I'm half American. And my mother's American and my wife's American. And they just, if you start making noise and they're talking, they just talk louder. A lot louder.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy that you're here too, Laura. Yes. Tyrant in full effect.
I wasn't
Oh,
sure if Lara was talking about an actual place or being in the chat and being like able to catch us.
Yeah, I was just, even though I made the overlay yesterday, I haven't worked with Photoshop for a while, so just to make another one, it took me a little while. Sorry, Dean, I had to wait for that.
Well, I used GIMP. It took me a minute to use GIMP. There we go. Don't say that at a gay pride. You'll get...
So it took you a minute to use GIMP.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not judging.
I got my overlay with GIMP. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
No.
I updated my Android yesterday, and I got
Proud of myself.
camera. New camera features. There we go.
Oh,
That took
that's
2
awesome.
seconds to make.
No.
And then I set about sharing that with many people.
I noticed.
Laura. Hello, person behind Jinx, who is.
Oh yes, it's the milling about boyfriend. Hello, milling about boyfriend. I told you we'd shout at partners. Any partners our guests have, they get shouted at. Hello, Mrs. Bennett.
Yes, allow me to I do 39 out.
Well, that's a Ms.
Me.
Yeah, that's Sky.
Miss. Hello, Miss.
Hello, Miss.
I'm not talking about down here. So
Well, you have to open the door, and if you open the door, the dog will jump in.
Oh,
yeah, the dogs will fly in. She loves to.
To roll about on the bed with you.
No, she hates closed doors.
oh, is that because of the clock, Dave? I figured I'd
What's
add the clock to my overlay so everyone knew how much more pain they had to endure.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
Did you make mine evil?
I could.
Okay, I like that.
Well, I can make more. I just since you are a tyrant after all.
What's that? 9:50? Was that 8:52?
Yeah, that's how long you've got left to endure.
Oh, let me
9 hours or 9 minutes?
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, blimey.
There has been a 10-hour 3 old dudes at one point.
Yes.
You did what?
What did you do? Just fall asleep and leave the button on or something?
Something like that.
I went out to run a short errand, which took 6 hours.
Yeah, and the show got hijacked by the audience, and they just stayed there for 6 hours talking amongst themselves. Yes, the social life of the internet.
Everything.
Very ironic name that. It's a very ironic phrase. Social life, internet. Yeah.
What you could do? Does the gay pride come past your street or not?
Well, no, there's a street party.
It's a street party.
So after once the parade goes past into the main street up through, the Steen and whatnot. You know the Steen.
Well, I was just thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, but when the parade finishes, you should see this street just gets like
trash,
very busy.
Yeah,
there's like live music. Pretty much, it becomes a bit unbearable at times, if I'm honest. But we enjoy what we can. And no, it's good. It's a good thing. It's just that some people exploit it for nefarious reasons, whatever.
Yeah.
What can I say? There are some people who just like to get pissed, just for the sake of getting pissed.
I noticed.
I remember those days.
After the Pride Parade here, the church.
Someone's ringing the doorbell.
Gets very busy,
What?
and the church parallel to where the parade goes down after the parade is over, that church gets populated, which is our village. I've seen men walking naked, except for dress, shoes, and socks, with pumped appendages, very pumped appendages. You could see it.
Well, we do have a naked bike ride.
Oh, we only have one of those too. I could even show pictures.
Yeah, we do have a naked bike ride here sometimes, and I say sometimes, we have it every year. Which you just don't want to be about, because
see Sniffers Anonymous. There we go.
It sounds like, in theory, you're gonna have a lot of fit people, cycling along, whatever, and it's a bit of fun, what have you. But
it's not.
It's
a bunch of rather dubiously saggy middle-aged people with no clothes on bicycles. Yes.
That's the same thing as the nudist beach. It's the same thing as the nudist beach, which, funnily enough, is actually the best place to actually film when you're trying to get like peace and quiet, whatever, because nobody goes around the nudes. Because of that reason, you've just got a lot of saggy balls, basically, hanging out and whatnot. It's not pretty. It really isn't. It's kind of distracting. Like if you got it in your eye line when you got the camera, and it's like that thing, like, oh, dude, and they have to put it down at that exact moment as well. So
is it like is it dangerous for people for men over 45? Wouldn't be many of them on there.
Pretty much. Well, very rarely are you going to have women on these beach. Not because they don't. I don't know. They're at the odd. I say odd. I mean, in many different ways. That people that like to go topless and whatnot, but myself and Stephanie have thought about it because I need to get even over tan, So
why?
Really? Hey, I'm a white guy. What can I say? My tattoo looks terrible when it's like not tanned. It just looks weird. It looks like a part of another. Someone just like grafted on another piece of body. Yeah, it's an interesting thing.
Nude beaches in California are nice, Kevin. Yes, yeah, but I mean, do they have nude beaches in Japan? That's what I want to know, Jinx. I mean, not that you have investigated this option, but
Maybe next year. Next year, I'll make it my mission.
it's live from Japan, Facebook Live, Japanese nudity with Jinx.
Yeah, I'll watch that. Oh, jeez, Frederick. We used to have naked demonstrations during the rise of the youth in Zurich in the 80s. The rise of the youth. Naked.
Back then it was a demonstration. Wow. Nowadays it's just like, well, it could be any bloody day, to be honest. There's always someone that's getting their tits out or, you know, balls or whatnot. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's lost. It's dressed beaches. If you went fully dressed to the beach, sort of like, you know, in evening,
Yeah, people go on holiday just to be
evening dress, that would be more, you know,
clothing.
I think I've mentioned this before. There used to be a nudist beach, which I think there still is. It's still operative, Maslin's Beach in the south of Adelaide. My wife has been there in primary school. The teachers took her fossil hunting.
Dug up an old fossil.
No, yeah, they got into some serious shit for that, but fossil hunting. Naked man came up, old dude, probably about my age, which was 52 at the time. Yeah. He came up and started talking to the kids. So, yeah, probably not the best place to take them fossil hunting.
No.
Well, I guess it depends on
Probably
what
not the best place
fossils
for
they
a
were
man to
looking
walk
for.
up to some kids.
Yeah. Apparently, where Lara lives, they go swimming in full bodysuits. That is Zentai Beach. There we go.
Wow.
That'll be quite interesting.
Aren't they just called divers?
I don't know. That's their excuse.
People swim here all year round. Some people swim in the sea when it's winter.
Go.
They're usually caught very quickly, you know, and put back in where they're supposed to be because they're too dangerous. But no, I know it's weird, but it's very good for the skin apparently.
That explains. Lara's explained it. Yeah, they're afraid of skin cancer. That's why Japanese wear like I've seen Japanese wearing sort of bodysuits going swimming. Yeah.
Oh, it's China the one that has the mask thing, isn't it? They always got masks around their mouths. They're worried about catching everything.
Well, that's Japan as well. Did you encounter a lot of that, Jinx? Yeah.
Yeah. There were loads of people wearing masks, but it's not just against like illness. There's loads of different reasons they wear them. Sometimes they don't like their teeth, or it's girls who don't want to wear makeup, so they'll use the mask instead of putting makeup on. There's allergies, there's sickness, all sorts.
Oh, it's not such a bad idea. You know, everybody thinks, they're being very polite and not wanting to spread germs, but it just can't be asked to put your makeup on. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, funnily enough,
It's
an accessory, isn't it? It's the new accessory now. Why don't you wear the Jason or the,
My friend Chuck, she wears the Tokyo Ghoul mask. That looks quite good.
Oh yeah, I've seen. I haven't yet to get into that.
Movie coming out in Japan, actually, of Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ozzy and K-Side did a parody.
Hopefully, it's better than the Attack on Titan one. Just saying. Whatever.
Theodore could tell us a thing or two. One wonders. What time does what time does it start, Warren?
What's that?
What time does it start? What time do you have to go out and be proud?
Got to be proud for the whole weekend. And then you're just ashamed for the rest of the year. No, the parade itself, I believe, starts around 11 because that makes sense as to why nobody can go through certain parts of the city
At night.
unless
at
you've
night.
got these bands on. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, it is kind of guarded, as it were. Cassie was in full voice. Somebody she doesn't like has dissented. So yeah. Shut up, noisy beast. And that's not even Cassie. No. No. Because of these bans, we have to wait until we get to the just to the end of our road, and we show them these so we can go out into the city. It's almost like
this proves you are gay or what?
I'm
gay. I'm all right.
Like that. It's not like Nazi Germany or anything. It's just like, but it's similar in the way that the place believe. Because
gay. Yes.
Well, it was a couple of prides ago actually, and Stephanie was coming back. We were coming back with some shopping, and they weren't going to let us through with a jar of olives. Now, I don't know. A very fucking expensive jar of olives, have you had? It was City Foods for some bizarre reason. We just bought these olives for money.
You were feeling rich.
And we got then this security guard, and bearing in mind I used to be in security, so I know what it's, what goes on.
Yeah, just thinking, I'm having those olives.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, of course. But it was it's a bit of a job's worth, and I think taking his role a bit too seriously. And she's like, look, why would they fucking spend £12 on a jar of olives to only smash it across your head? Because that's basically what they're worried about. Yeah. That's the thing here. You can't have glass. You can't have bottles. They can't sell bottles of wine, bottles of beer, any glassware because
still going on.
We do get attacks. We do get attacks, and there are fights in the street. It's not all wonderful. You don't get, because we still, ironically, in a place that's predominantly gay, we do get the odd gay bashing. So it's funny enough that is the ideal place to go for if you're going to be a piece of shit and come on a slide. As I think you might have seen when Stephanie put up a post just recently.
With Sully, yeah,
with Sully. That's ridiculous in this day and age, and we're still going on that bullshit,
What I wanted to know was what was Sully doing slumming it in DFS? That was
That's a good point. That is a good point, but I think he was trying to save a bit of money. Because it's expensive. Where I'm in a university, trying to get a degree, whatever. Yeah. Not that I would know because I'm thick as pig shit, but I'm just an actor. But it's still
microphone,
happens.
Lara. Microphone. Sorry, just.
Oh right, you wondered what was over there. What was under the what's under the blanket?
Like it.
Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked. No, don't want to get too morbid about it, but unfortunately that does happen still, and it's annoying. But I suppose that's why this sort of day is like a solidarity day for people to be able to, because obviously years ago people were too shit scared to even
go out in the street,
utter it to their parents or whatever, and some cases in the States, funnily enough, they still do have a lot of problems with that. So
has my microphone misbehaved?
I'm interested about what their opinions of it in Japan are.
Yeah, I mean, there was a Tokyo Pride, wasn't there? Sort of recently. I mean, what would you say on average is the average Japanese person's review of the gay scene, or LGBT? Jinx.
It doesn't really come up. It's very. Yes, it's like I've watched people being.
It probably does come up quite often, though.
People being interviewed about it, and a lot of people are saying like they don't mind it, but they don't understand it.
Yeah. I mean, is it on TV? I mean, do you get gay presenters and stuff or not?
Oh yeah. Because there's the big. I don't know whether
they're very flat.
I would probably say he's a cross-dresser, because I don't think he's not transgender. I don't feel.
Oh, the big guy.
Famous TV guy. Yeah. He's everywhere, and there's even like products that he must be like sponsoring because his face is all over the packaging and stuff like that. And they seem really, really fun. I think they're fine with it if it's like on TV and it's like a show, but if it's like general day-to-day life, it's like really into them.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh, because you're men dressing up as women for many years, I believe. And obviously you don't get the two mixed up. You're like, this one's dressing up as a woman, this person is just normal, but this one's gay, this one's not. So.
Yeah. You have to wear the little. You have to wear the little armband as well as a dress, and then.
It is bollocks. It's ridiculous. I know. It's just like you shouldn't have to be, justifying a reason to wear bloody anything. To be honest, I mean, when I went to Comic-Con, we just had a blast, and there was just nobody made any judgments about anybody. Everybody was all there to have a good time. They're all fucking nerding it up. I'm not a massive nerd, no, by all means, but I appreciate comics. I appreciate the recent movies, the DC movies, etc. But I wouldn't be what you'd call an absolute geek or nerd, but I do appreciate it. It's one of my.
Apparently, Laura hates you because you went to Comic-Con. I'm sorry. One of our viewers hates you because you went to Comic-Con.
Yeah, a lot of people said that. You met Kevin Smith? Oh my God, I'm well jealous. Yeah, I met Kevin Smith all of 3 seconds, so it's like, it was, as I said,
guys, I'm gonna have to go.
Oh, right.
Nice to meet
Parents
you.
are picking him up in like 15 minutes, so I need to go and sort out a load of crap. I've literally just got the keys to my new apartment, which is why it's so echoey. So I've got loads of crap to go sort out.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, Jinx, and enjoy the rest of your day. And hopefully,
I will. I need to move stuff.
We'll see all your posts of you buying furniture at IKEA and stuff.
Oh, it's already kitted out. No furniture.
All right. Okay.
Suck out that chance.
Well, awesome to see you all again, and I'll chat to you all soon, eventually.
Right. Thanks. See ya.
Ciao.
And then there was one.
And then there was one.
And all right.
Well, not exactly. I can show you where some people are.
Oh yes, yeah. So all of our audience
is a live feed of the after show.
I didn't even see Dean go.
Yeah, Dean's internet died, and
look, it's our regular after show audience.
Oh, she has an awful signal here, so I pick up everyone's conversations kind of like break every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I don't know why, but in this street, halfway up the street, they got broad fiber optic or something.
Yeah.
And then it just ends with like the three bloody buildings to go. Like on the street, 3 fucking buildings, ridiculous. I mean, my place is obviously a lot stronger, but it's dumb. The Comic-Con was, and it was my first one, so Thank you, Stephanie. It was a blast. We dressed up 3 times. I went as the Punisher the first day.
Oh, that's what with the T-shirt, with the black, the sort of thing,
Yeah, the Punisher. Because initially I had the leather jacket on, but as I said, it was balls hot, so I took that off when we got back to the flat, and then I changed into like full on sort of like, I can't remember what you call them now, utility combat jacket or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
It looked a lot better, and then people were suddenly recognizing the character. So that was fun.
And not just some random bloke who walked in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I heard some interesting stories about people at Comic-Con because not all nerds are friendly, as we know.
The unfriendly nerd, yes.
Total nut jobs, to be honest. I mean, there was one story of a guy who, funnily enough, we were actually in line for this signing. But we got pissed off because we'd kind of been what's the word, conned into buying a comic book. Because that, I mean, the comic book was fine, Legacy of the Beast, from Heavy Metal magazine or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And basically the dude behind it was like real sort of laid back guy from California sort of thing. He basically said, "Oh, you put your name down here, and Dan Fogler will say, like, sign your book."
Yeah.
So okay, you know, if your name's down here, then you could just go straight to the front, sort of thing. Okay, so we thought that was yeah, whatever. So came back next day. We went to go and get it signed. Yeah, where we thought there wasn't a queue sort of thing, it was part of lining up against the barrier, like the banister sort of thing, the railing, sorry.
Yeah.
So there's a big gap. And we thought, "Are you waiting in the queue?" "Oh, no, we're not." And sort of wandering off. And then someone came up to us, "Oh, no, you've got to get to the queue." And it goes like, you know, it's like queuing up for a concert ticket or something. But apparently when we left, there was a guy there that was there to kill Dan Fogler because, because, you know, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Yeah. He was in that. Well, this guy was convinced, absolutely convinced, and you can probably find this on Kevin Smith's podcast that he did with Bernardson. And sorry, it's raining from this color stuff that's on my hair. Basically, the guy who was in our queue, but we left, and he was going to kill him because he thought he was a Death Eater or something, had been using polyjuice. Yeah, he was very specific. He was like, "Oh yeah, I was using polyjuice," and he's convinced everybody, but he's really a Death Eater. And it was phenomenal. Yeah, to hear this story. But you know, there are nutters out there. We know them.
Yeah, and you can't tell them. You know, one cosplay from another, you can't tell whether one's a nutter or not. You just got to take your chances.
Well, yeah, they all look weird. We all look a bit odd, you know. We're all dressed a bit funny, and I mean, we don't consider it, you know, we're dressed funny. We just consider, oh, we're just dressed up. We'll
LARPing. There we go.
Well, not everybody was dressed up though. Yeah. You know, this is the bad preconception, because people go to these things all costumed up. They're just fans of the show.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, you might get the odd person with a funky T-shirt or something to say, "Oh, Game of Thrones" or something. You know, You Know Nothing, or Winter is Coming. You know, something like that. But they don't all go dressed to the hilt. It's quite refreshing, I have to say. It was very laid back. Other than that thing that happened, obviously, there are the odd ones that happen. And people queuing up for Benedict Cumberbatch. I will tell you now that
people would queue up for that. I know people who would queue up for Benedict Cumberbatch.
I would, but he was very expensive.
Oh, you have to pay to queue. You have to pay to see him. Bloody hell!
Pay for a photo. You get a photo.
Okay, with him, yeah.
and they give you that straight after you got the photo, which is why you probably see how we both look a bit chubby in the photos because they're really crap quality, really. No, it's true. It's true. The guy that took our photo that we put on Facebook, us two together, that was just another cosplayer who we got to know, and the guys with the comic books, the artists, who were really cool guys actually. They made us feel very welcome, and as you said, Stephanie got to put her book out.
Yes, it's quite a violent comic. I've read it from cover to cover. It's extremely violent. I should.
Really? I didn't think it was that violent.
Well, the guy getting bleach poured down his throat, or whatever it was.
He
deserved it, and his children, his young son, getting hung. So, okay.
She thought you probably, there'd be odd people. She did actually ask me, "Did you think that was too much?" And I was like, it'll sell. People will like that shit. Some people it's going to offend, some people it won't. But
the guy in the queue at the at the Comic-Con probably.
Well, now. Remember someone blaming a computer game for a woman being stabbed?
Yeah.
Because they just. The assumption is always there, and it sucks. But invariably you're going to go to that place.
Yeah. But it was popular. So Kevin Smith was on. Was it Kevin Smith on the photo with holding the comic?
She was holding the comic.
That's right. Yeah.
Standing next to him, and then she gave it to him. The comic. Yeah. She
okay.
Yeah, she handed it to him. He was like, "Oh yeah, well, thanks, man. So awesome." She nearly cried. I have to say, I'm not one that goes in awe of people. And Christopher Lloyd was, he looked great and everything, but the guy looked really tired. He really looked so tired. When we had the photo done, we barely said anything to him.
Yeah.
I just said it was a pleasure to meet you, likewise, sort of thing. And then he went. When we went, it was in the DeLorean. It was by the DeLorean, which was cool, but that was like a little disappointing. But it was nice to see Thomas F. Wilson as well because he was pretty cool. But I definitely want to do it again if I can. There's one in Germany, just so people.
Was it just where was it held actually? London?
Olympia.
Is it annually there, or is it a movable feast? Does it just go from country to country?
As far as I'm aware, I think it goes. It's different ones, isn't it? Because this was London Film and Comic-Con. Sometimes it's just Comic-Con. There is one that we're hopefully going to go to because she got a lot of feedback of people for the comic. She's going to hopefully bump into this publishing company again because it was actually they published their own comics.
Oh, right.
So they're called Marcosia. And the interesting stuff they got there as well. It's not like Marvel and DC. And no, I like Marvel and DC, but I'm not obsessed. I like a good story and I like good artwork and I love fantasy. I love Lord of the Rings, but I'm not going to go around looking like Frodo or whatever. It's just
take your socks off. Take your socks off.
It would look a bit odd for a guy who's 6'3" to be looking like Frodo anyway. But yeah.
You do that Toulouse-Lautrec thing, and you roll your trousers up, go on your knees.
I tell you what, I was tempted. To do a photo like that because the last day we cosplayed as you probably wouldn't know them, but Gravity Falls, Mabel and Dipper.
No, never heard of it.
No, but basically they're brother and sister, which is kind of a bit, odd for us. But it looked cool, and it was. But it would have been nice if I could have pretended to just put my shoes on my knees and just sort of pretended to be that little boy, almost like with a lot of stubble. It was a good fun. It was good fun. Definitely want to do it again. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully go to the one in end of August, I think it is. I mean, I'm doing some. We're filming 12th, 13th, 14th. Filming on the 19th. I'm also doing a play. So,
full of acting.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of acting. I'm actually attempting an American accent in the film. So.
Oh, come on, give us a blast. Give us your American accent. Just to round up.
I've got a cold. I'm shy. I know this sounds bizarre, but yeah,
it's all right.
An actor who's shy.
There's only 5 people watching.
5 people too many. No, apart from anything, this fucking cold is just driving me nuts.
I guess Sean got triggered. Ooh.
Pardon? Who are you talking to?
You got triggered too.
Robert's on another planet. There's another hangout going on, the off-air hangout. We're still going live, and they're all in the off-air hangout.
And Sean was still trying to listen to the show, but people were making a lot of noise, and he got triggered and he left.
He got triggered. Oh, the fucking word. Ugh.
And Theo left too because everyone was muting him. So.
So our audience is falling apart and going at each other's throats.
It's holding steady at 8 viewers.
Someone's constantly muting somebody. That's a bit that's unfair, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is the effect we have on people. 3 old dudes. How to win friends and influence people. Watch our show.
I probably won't be next week because like I said, got acting stuff, rehearsals. And, that's good. It's all good. It's just I'm exhausted. Which hence probably why I got ill in the first place.
Yeah.
But that I blame Comic Con because there was a lot of people, like I said, sweaty and children about and whatnot. So yeah, you're in a big space of people
with no aircon
together. Yeah.
Disease heaven.
Plus, we got rained on twice. So,
inside. Yeah.
Well, on the way, obviously. Can't say anything to you properly without it being taken out of context. No, but I'm the same. I do the same thing to Stephanie. She gets a bit annoyed. But that will be fun. It's a comedy horror I'm doing. So
is Jack and Sirona, are they going to be in it, or are they nothing to do with it?
No, there's no money involved, so they won't. No, to be cutthroat about it, but it's just purely because it's set in Brighton and we're filming in Brighton, and
you're available.
It's a low budget film. It's a very when I say low budget, I mean it's 0 budget. That's how low. But it's a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun so far. It's a B movie and drag. It's a B movie.
Remember to dress in drag when you go to Pride.
Ah.
Yes, he's going to pull on a tutu next before he goes out.
I did wear once. Yeah, holiday camp. I remember. I've worn a tutu before. It's a tutu. Who cares? It's not like I'm going around wearing a fucking Ku Klux Klan thing, is it? You know, that's offensive. If you get offended over a guy wearing a pink fucking ring around his waist, I mean, there's no hope for humanity, is there? You know. Seriously,
there we are. There's words to end the show with. There is no hope for humanity. That's true. And
on that bombshell. I will probably have to go actually because
Pride and everything.
I can smell food, which it's really driving me insane. Anything to get through a cold. It was like the smell of burgers sizzling.
Oh, stop it! I've not had lunch, so I'm starving. So
I'm full, stuffed full, and tired too. Just waiting for that
get some sleep, man.
On the amphetamine, once it kicks in, I won't be sleeping, but it's my
Yeah.
med. It is.
Food,
old
nude beaches, food, drugs. What more do you want? Gay pride. That's it. This has been this week's Three Old Dudes.
That's even in a prescription bottle.
Thank our guest and guests for joining.
Sorry, it took so bloody long to get there, guys. But
That's all right. You just learn computer.
I was
Learn
trying to work out how to get my phone to do it next time, but it's like, fuck knows what's going on with that. Anyway, ciao for now.
Thanks, Ron.
It's been awesome.
See you.
Okay.
Take care.
You too. Have fun. See ya.
Thanks, mate.
Bye.